Once again, we start with news of a tragedy. A tragedy where once again, viewers, the state is at fault. It doesn't matter what dispensation is in power, but the problems that are afflicting our metropolitan cities, in this instance Bengaluru, are the creation of decades of apathy, criminal negligence on behalf of those we elect to represent us. This, viewers, this criminal negligence has become the #1 killer in our country. Terrorism, wars have not inflicted such a toll upon all of us as bureaucratic, state-sponsored criminal negligence has. 2.5-year-old Vihaan has been crushed to death. 35-year-old Tejaswini's life has been snuffed out in the blink of an eye. Lohit will forever live with the trauma of digging out the bodies of his wife and son from the mangled mess of iron. This is a family crushed by civic apathy and criminal negligence brought on by those in power in our various cities, and in this instance, I'm talking about Bengaluru. Today, the BMRC's under construction metro structure came crumbling down on this family of 4 traveling on a scooty. While Lohit and their daughter survived with injuries, some of them grievous, his wife and son were not so lucky. As the iron and concrete structure collapsed, Tejaswini and Vihaan were crushed to death. They are not the victims of a mere collapse of a structure that might have not withstood the pressures of construction, but they are victims of the system's apathy and perhaps even, viewers, of negligence. Most certainly, from what we are being told, there is a degree of criminality involved here. With an eye on our votes, Netas launch high decibel protests over frivolous issues like Tipu Sultan, and who amongst them best resembles Tipu Sultan? The BJP, viewers, is bringing out a book where it wants to paint Siddaramaiah as Tipu Sultan. The Congress protests against this banal distraction. And what does it do, viewers? Both the BJP and the Congress are obsessing, protesting on the streets for this absolutely, viewers, futile pursuit. None of them, till now, and the time is 7:58 this evening, none of them have taken out a protest in support of those who have lost their lives today, whose lives were cut short by the apathy of his state. Viewers, of course, they'll be the first to blame each other. They'll say, look, the BJP government is absolutely useless, forgetting, and political memory is very short, viewers, forgetting that when the Congress was in office, or the JDS was in office, etc., people were dying in Bengaluru, in Karnataka, in other parts of this country, ruled not necessarily by BJP governments, in potholes, or through other means that have been brought down because of the breakdown of civic infrastructure, neglected civic infrastructure. Viewers, this is election season in Karnataka. This is election season. And I want you to think, and I want you to call into us, our family of Times Now's viewers, and tell us if you agree with me when I say that in this election season, None of these issues will be in fact raised by any of those knocking on your doors for your vote. Votes matter more than, viewers, the sanctity of our lives, us. Votes matter to them more than us. First, listen to the survivors, eyewitnesses, and unfortunately, viewers, you will feel firsthand the grief of this family. Listen.
10 बजे 5 मिनट पर एक टू व्हीलर पे एक फैमिली आ रहा था, वाइफ, हस्बैंड और एक बच्चे के साथ आ रहे थे। एक हफ्ते से ये पिलर गिरने का सूचना दे रहा था। हमने बताए थे, डिपेंड अपन कुछ जो भी ऑफिसर से उनको पूरा बताए थे। वो नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से, उनके प्योरली नेग्लिजेंस की वजह से आज एक माँ और एक बच्चे की मौत हुई है। इसका मौत का जिम्मेदार कोई बोला तो इधर का कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हो, उसको जो कम से कम थोड़ा तो एजुकेशन का नॉलेज होना चाहिए। 10 से 15 मीटर हाइट का पिलर बनाते हैं तो उसको सपोर्टिंग देना बोल के एक कॉमन आदमी को भी मालूम होता है, लेकिन बिना सपोर्ट के ऐसे इंजीनियर्स आगे पता नहीं वो कैसे दिमाग कौन सी कॉलेज से डिग्री लेके आए।
I got call from my brother-in-law itself that it's become an accident. Just they said accident, but after coming that RTS multi-specialist, that time I got to know that it's dead. I request government to take action on this, because it's not a silly thing to happen like this, because so many members used to go there. The same area is where it will be very rush every time. Whoever doing this metro construction project, they have a responsibility to do this everything correct, because it's very much risky to roam there.
Now, viewers, what are we being told? We are being told that this metro pillar was overloaded and therefore it collapsed on the bike. In fact, it was a reinforcement structure and the iron pillar was pending concretization. Who's responsible, viewers, for this? And why would you allow, when you know that these structures are so tenuous, why would you allow anyone within the vicinity of these structures? Who must answer for these 2 lives that have been cut short in their prime? Let's go over the names, viewers, because these people deserve to be identified, called out. Anjum Parvez, BMRCL chief, responsible for metro construction. The buck always stops at the top, Mr. Parvez. Nagarjuna Construction Company, that got tender for this BMRC project. We need to, of course, put a face to the Nagarjuna Construction Company. And viewers, let me tell you, the CMD, the MD, whoever is the boss, that person's face should be out there. Basavaraj Bommai, the Chief Minister, he holds Bengaluru's development portfolio, the Chief Minister of the state of Karnataka. The Centre, 2021 budget earmarked funds for 15% metro expansion. So by vicarious responsibility, viewers, the principle of vicarious responsibility, even the centre needs to answer tonight for all of this. This is a ghastly tragedy. And guess what, viewers? 20 lakhs are going to be offered. 20 lakhs for the promise of a young life. Can you believe it? And these people think that by throwing some money around, they can wash their conscience. No, viewers, this cannot be. This cannot be. We must put some hard questions, straight questions to those who must answer. But today, all they have are condolences, and I told you, compensation, but not accountability. In fact, appallingly, when cornered, the MD of BMRC shrugged and asked, will the victims come alive if I resign? Can you believe it, viewers? Will the victims come alive if I resign? I mean, their skins are this thick, viewers. So thick. They're crocodiles. They're insensitive, they've become so thick. It's a shocking thing to be saying. At least hang your head and say, it's happened under my watch. I deeply regret this. I will go back and examine the possibility of putting in my papers. At least make the effort at sounding contrite, empathetic, not apathetic, arrogant, defensive, defiant. That's not acceptable. Viewers, listen in to some of these big wigs. You must listen. You must listen to Anjum Parvez tonight. Will the child come back if I resign, he says. Think about it. Let's listen in.
If I submit a report done internally, there will be always a question raised on that report itself. That's why we want to bring the outside element so that report, whatever comes, that should not be questioned. If I submit a report tomorrow, people will say that their own internal people have submitted the report, they have manipulated the report. That's why we are taking outside agent.
Will you take moral responsibility, sir?
If you feel that my resignation is going to bring back that life, definitely I would
the
like
people
to.
are questioning.
ನನಗೆ ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಅದು ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿತ್ತು ಏನು ಬಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಆ ಕಾರಣನೂ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾದಂಥ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
Mr. Parvez, it will not bring back that life, but it will at least bring back some morality and decency to public office. If you were to step down, you would set the bar that high, at least pending inquiry. But it takes moral courage to do this. Does India deserve this, viewers? Do we deserve this apathy? Look at the civic apathy that Bengaluru faces every day. People are being crushed to death, killed by potholes and poisoned by toxic froth. Government lands are being encroached upon and stormwater drains have been blocked by illegal structures. Is this why successive governments were sworn into office? Is this how they repay our vote and faith with betrayal and negligence? Instead of fighting for you, ensuring your safety, the netas are busy sparring over a book depicting Congress Siddaramaiya as Tipu Sultan. From court injunctions to street protests, the outrage is swift. It is furious. But there is not one protest today demanding justice for Tejaswini and Vihaan from any of these elected officials, either in opposition or in government. In fact, your safety isn't even a priority for them. Listen to the BJP Karnataka chief. He's the chief of the BJP in Karnataka and a member of parliament. You know what he said a few days ago dismissively? Forget about roads. Focus on love jihad. Those are the real issues. Yes, viewers. This is what this individual, Nalin Katil, BJP party president of Karnataka, said. You please think about it while you are here in Ullal. You don't need to discuss about small issues like roads, drainage, etc. Don't worry about me or MLA Ved Vyas not acknowledging you anything. You need to worry about the future of your children and protect them from love jihad. Only the BJP can do that. No, sir. The future of our children need to be protected from people like you who trivialize the real reasons why we are losing our lives. There might be other concerns, but to suggest that you need not discuss about small issues like roads and drainage, viewers, punish these people. Don't send them to parliament. Don't ensure they win an election ever again. Listen in to this character.
ಸಣ್ಣ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸ ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೈ ಎತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಳಿನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ನಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ನಳಿನ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ನಕ್ಕು ನಿಮಗೇನು ಬಂಗಾರ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಬದುಕಿನ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಲವ್ ಜಿಹಾದಿ ಅಂತ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಲವ್ ಜಿಹಾದಿ.
Yes, viewers, the opposition today has caught hold of the nearest microphone and said, oh, this is all because we have a 40% commission sarkar, etc., etc. Forgetting very conveniently that what is stalking all of us on roads in cities like Bengaluru, in fact, this is a story across the country. A former colleague lost his wife recently, viewers, because she fell into an open drainage system. 42 years old, viewers. Survived by a child and a distraught husband, parents. Think about it. This blight touches all of us. And I want to open up tonight. And I want to ask some questions. Vivek Reddy, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. Mr. Reddy, do you know this individual, this great man, whose soundbite I just played? Do you know him, sir, personally? Do you know Mr. Katil, Nalin Katil? And do you identify with his credo? You don't need to discuss about small issues like roads and drainage, etc. When these small issues, sir, are taking a big toll on our lives. Do you think this person deserves to be in your political party? The party with a difference. Mr. Reddy.
Well, I think, first of all, it's a very gruesome event, most horrific, most shocking. It cannot be accepted. And I think the political parties or the government must organize an audit on the type of work that is being conducted in every contract. I think government must move towards quality audit in order to ensure that these incidents do not occur, number one. Second, the president of BJP Karnataka has made a statement regarding a sentimental issue such as love jihad. And while the issue pertaining to love jihad stands on a different footing, it does not mean that we should not look at roads, we should not ask questions on roads. I think roads, infrastructure, the sort of the deal which we give to citizens, the sort of quality of life which we give to citizens, the way in which municipal authorities and the government delivers to citizens. I think this is also critical today, and this is the most important also. I think as political parties, we should be aware of our responsibilities in delivering quality services.
Fair enough. Mr. Reddy, I want to ask you a question. I want to repeat my question. You talk about, let's have a quality audit. Let's have a quality audit, you said. Am I wrong? This is exactly what you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, how will you have a quality audit? How will you have a quality audit when you don't think that roads, potholes, other civic issues are even worth considering? And this is the chief of the BJP party saying this. I think the quality audit you need is on the kind of leadership.
That does not mean...
No, hang on. I think the quality audit you need is on the kind of leadership you're offering up to the people. That's where the quality audit must take place. Start with yourselves.
Well, I think, right, I think Mr. Bommai as Chief Minister of Karnataka, he has done commendable service. He has done commendable work for the development of Karnataka. The picturization of Mr.
No, one second. Don't give me all these pious homilies tonight. No, Mr. Reddy.
I don't think
I am going to viewers.
Or the BJP,
viewers, I'm going to be taking your.
I don't think the government of
I'm
BJP
going to be taking your
by.
views tonight. Please, Mr. Reddy, 1 second. All this is fine. Pious homilies. I've got tired of them. I think the people are quite tired of them also. And I will come out to those in just a few moments. Viewers, at least 13 people have died specifically because of potholes in BBMP limits in the last 5 years. This covers both governments, BJP and Congress. While the civic agencies spent more than 215 crores during the same period to fix the problem. This is according to the Times of India, 28th February 2022, so about, viewers, a year back. 27,173 potholes in Bengaluru, out of which, according to BBMP, 19,322 have been filled. Around 7,000 potholes as of October are yet to be filled up. The court had to remind the government of its obligations because so many people are dying, falling into potholes. The list of those who have died, viewers, is on your screen to the right. And we are now being told that there should be a quality audit after yet another tragedy. My point is, viewers, that these are all homilies, afterthoughts. There will be no quality audit. This program will end. This gentleman will be gone. Another spokesperson will say exactly this at 9 o'clock and then at 10 o'clock and then perhaps tomorrow, and that will be the end of it. The story will be off the headlines, channels like Times Now, within 3 or 4 days, because there will be some other incident, and that's it. Am I wrong, Mr. RK Misra? Am I wrong or am I right here? I can't hear you. You're on mute, Mr. Misra. You're on mute. I think you've muted yourself.
Sorry.
Yes, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear
very
me?
clearly. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think the construction site management, and I can tell you from my engagement with various civic agencies, the way construction site management in Bangalore, in particular, in India in general, is absolutely a non-activity, which I think neither our agencies insist on it, and of course our contractors never want to do it. You'll pass by a site, I mean, if you're lucky to find even that hazard tape which is there, I think that is something which is a fundamental issue, I think, of a mindset. Contractor feels that putting 0.001% of additional cost of putting the barricades and putting the blinkers and putting the lights in the night, people have been going and hitting directly the bars, the iron bars into the construction site.
Yeah.
And this has been the biggest challenge, because I think our contractors and in general there is a huge apathy on human life. I think human life in this country, given that we are 1.4 billion, everybody thinks, okay, fine, few people less.
So, RK Misra, straight question to you.
Family,
who takes responsibility? We know the problems. I think
the responsibility lies on the people who are managing.
Managing. Should they resign or should they tell us that, oh, will my resignation make a difference? Will a life come back if I resign? Is that the attitude that we should be
Well, I'm not going to comment on this.
with?
And the head of the contractor, all three essentially are the people who are involved, and that has to be, responsibility has to be, put on the people who are responsible. Individual comments, I'm not going to make comments on that, because that is for them to say and how they handle it. But certainly very sad and tragic.
Okay.
And as a citizen, as a person who was deeply involved in Bangalore affairs, it's really painful.
Let me ask a family of Times Now's viewers. They will never let down, viewers, any of us. They will speak truth to power like we do on a daily and nightly basis. And I want to begin with Mr. Anand calling in from Belagavi. Mr. Anand, what is the solution here? Why are we seeing repeated instances?
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
See, the solution lies in sacking all these people, and the fountainhead is the chief minister. You begin at the top because the rot runs really deep. He will announce some petty compensation, and another person will say, what will happen if I resign?
Okay.
Somebody more corrupt than him will also come. So the thing is, the solution lies in cleaning up the system, which is not an easy thing, given our country's politics.
Let me bring in Mr. Balasubramaniam, also calling in from Bengaluru. Mr. Balasubramaniam, who do you hold responsible tonight?
So I hold the people of Bangalore responsible for tonight, because on a daily basis I see people getting hurt, seriously injured and dying. And today's accident, I mean, I was not able to concentrate on my work. I mean, thinking about that man who has lost his wife and child, and the government is throwing 20 lakh rupees at him. I mean, all the accidents in Bangalore, in fact, most accidents are preventable. Yet there is complete apathy, and that line by that chairman of the metro saying that if I resign, everything will they come back? I mean, how a person can make such a statement. I mean, it is beyond
Viewers,
comprehension.
on our
can't even
panel,
imagine.
Mr. Misra may not be ready to name this person, but our viewers are doing it. Our heart must be with the truth tonight. We can't have callous individuals like this running our public services. Archana calling in from Delhi. Yes, madam. Good evening. Are you there? Archana calling in from Delhi. Okay, I don't have a. Gurudat calling in from Bengaluru. Mr. Gurudat, good evening. Go ahead, please.
I am your fan.
Go ahead, sir.
Sir, basically I'm a mechanical engineer and I specialize in steel melting from Tata Institute in long back.
Right.
I tell you, sir, they have bought rejected material for TMT bars. Rejected, rusted material, and they will give false certificate. This is what happened because
corruption.
The bars itself should hold. The bars itself has fallen. I am very sorry for the family, sir. I felt very bad. A full afternoon I could not concentrate on my job.
Naturally.
Now I am telling you, sir.
It could be one of us.
These are rejected material they have brought.
It could be a possibility. But we will never know because you see, the chief of the BJP, his attention is on love jihad right now. So we'll never know. Subramanian calling in from Pune. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Mr. Rahul.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Basically, the thing is, all politicians have lost morality. There is no morality available anymore. Nobody wants to take the responsibility. When you are elected as a people's representative, it is your responsibility to take care of them.
Yeah.
And by giving some compensation and doing some eyewash and appointing a committee to go into those details, they are just doing just an eye opener.
Let me bring in Captain Jagpal from Rohtak also on this. Captain Jagpal, I'm glad you're calling in from the north because this is a story, Captain Saab, that afflicts each one of us in each one of our cities, towns, villages, wherever.
Rahul, there is a solution.
Okay.
You see in Bangalore, there is a chief minister. This is all types of people are there, very learned people are there. They form a union. It is a fundamental right, Article 21. Everyone has to go for source of livelihood. Minimum compensation should be 5 crore. And ratio should be fixed.
Yeah,
From the minister to the commissioner to that.
You see, life is so cheap in our country, Captain Saab, that they can throw a few lakhs at you and they can think that that will be enough. Can you believe it, viewers? It's pathetic. The head of the civic body comes out and says, if I resign, if that helps to bring the life back, then I will resign. I mean, what kind of response is this? And you're saying it in public. Have some shame. And you can sue me, sir. I'll welcome the suit. Bring it on. Do you not have family that you care for? How would you like it, sir, if tomorrow somebody responsible for something terrible, God forbid, that were to happen, were to react like this? How would you like it, sir? Would you like it? I don't think so. The chief minister can think that he can throw a few bobs here and there of money. And then you have, of course, the head of the BJP who comes out and says, don't bother about roads, potholes, etc. That's none of your concern. Bother about love jihad. And let me tell you, viewers, the JDS is here today. You have Tehseen Poonawalla representing or speaking up for the Congress. And you have, of course, the Aam Aadmi Party. All of them, viewers, they don't care. They're going to milk this to score a few brownie points in the hope that they can simper with you, viewers, and get your votes at a time when you're vulnerable. Don't trust any of these people because these problems are endemic to our cities. AAP will not tell you what is happening in Delhi. They'll publish a large number of advertisements to say the air is clean. People can't go to work. Laborers are sitting at home. Grab 4, Grab 3, all sorts of lines are being put out there. Why? Because we can't breathe the air. Our children can't go out and play. No one is held accountable. No one loses their job. Tanveer Ahmed will give you a lecture right now, representing the JDS, on the 40% Sarkar, isn't it? Mr. Ahmed? Or are you going to say tomorrow you're going to take out a march from the homes of these people to the Chief Minister's house, hold a dharna, go outside the home of this commissioner or whoever he is, and insist on their resignation? You'll never march for them. Will you, Mr. Ahmed? I'm asking you this. Put your hand on your heart and say that we won't march because we don't care. We've never cared. We've never marched. Isn't it, sir? Am I wrong?
Rahul, it is definitely not a time for me to really call a political pot shot and take any political benefit. Yes, 2 important lives have really been lost. And I'm sure every political party, whether it's JDS, Congress or BJP, you can really call names to politicians. But however, I would really agree with a gentleman who spoke, I think Subramaniam, who said that people who are responsible today are the Bengalurians, are citizens. They don't really come out on protest when this type of things happen. And
so now you're blaming the Bangaloreans.
1 second, sir.
Wow.
Nalin Kumar Katil. Nalin Kumar Katil.
Wow.
Kumar Katil.
Wow.
No, Rahul.
Wow. This takes the cake, viewers. This takes the cake. They're going to blame you for this mess.
Rahul, let me finish.
No, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Nalin Kumar Katil could make a statement like this because a lot of people really enjoy statements like that. Today, I know what is exactly going to happen. All the political parties, including...
Don't sit quiet tonight. Tell him what you are really thinking. Tell Mr. Ahmed what you're thinking. Are you to blame, Brinda Adige?
Never. How dare any political party or their spokesperson or anybody, how dare you hold the citizens responsible? We are your paymasters. We pay our taxes. We vote you into power. We suffer everything that is thrust down our throat. And you're asking us to protest?
Viewers,
if we are
little
to protest
Master
and come to the streets,
Vihaan,
what are you doing
2.5-year-old Vihaan is being made responsible for his own death tonight. Can you believe this, viewers? Poor Vihaan, who doesn't perhaps even know right now what life is or what it could have been. Are we saying he's responsible for his own death? Have you no heart? What has happened to us? Let me ask Ashish, calling in from Bengaluru tonight. Have we no heart left? Ashish, good evening. Please counsel these people and you take an oath tonight that you will not vote for them. Ashish.
Yes. Sir, first of all, good evening to all of you and my deepest condolences to the Vivek family. I am very sorry. I am very upset. I am very sad today that the whole government has failed us. I have very deepest condolences and I am very much ashamed, being a Bangalorean, that 6 panelists, they don't have the guts to admit and say sorry to the family that who is suffering. They are shameless people. I don't know. I feel ashamed being an Indian. That
well, at least 4. Let's get to them because Brinda Adige and RK Misra are condemning these people.
Right.
You're right.
How they can defend this thing?
I can understand. Viewers, passions amongst us, because we're all family at the end of the day. Anyone who watches Times Now is connected deeply to many ideological strands. We all feel each other's pain. That's why I like to hear from you. Vijay Krishnamurthy calling in from Bengaluru. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
Hi, Rahul. You are absolutely right when you said there is absolutely zero accountability. And I am really appalled at the stupid statement that Tanvir made that Bangaloreans are responsible for this. It's really irresponsible statement to make. In a sense, if citizens have to demand quality service from the government, which they are supposed to deliver, I don't know what to say, right?
We pay our taxes. We try to live honest lives. We try to bring our children up with the right values. We can't see the negligence and the apathy. We only get one chance to exercise our veto, and that comes once in 5 years. The state doesn't even empower us through the law of torts, viewers, to take these people apart. What are we waiting for? In any other Western democracy, leading democracy, you could have gone to court and pulled the pants down of the people in power. Srinivasan calling in from Bengaluru. Good evening, sir. Go ahead.
I just want to tell Mr. Vivek Reddy, please stop cracking cruel jokes on national television. Mr. Bommai is doing a commendable job. Are you joking, sir? For 40% swindling all over the place, you do this continuously. Your shoddy jobs. You're murderers, sir. You're murderers. Don't talk about some commendable jobs. You're fuming out here. Elections are coming, and I hope the alternative is going to be no better. Congress and JDS and whatever. But you need to be taught a lesson, sir. What shameless people
Mr. Reddy, would you like to respond to Mr. Srinivasan calling in from Bengaluru? Respond to him. You are now facing the people. This is your audit happening live on television.
Rahul, I understand.
Audit happening live, sir, on television. The people are auditing.
Yeah, I understand the sentiments. I understand that the whole citizenry of Bangalore feels very sorry and very infuriated about this. I really understand that. And the buck lies at the foot of the officers and at the government. I also accept that. It is the responsibility of the government to protect its citizens, and we will ensure that such a thing never happens in future. We will take every step that is possible. But I really understand the sort of infuriated sentiments. As citizens, we get enraged at the sort of services that are being given.
Well, I hope you issue a show cause forthwith. Issue a show cause forthwith to people who are in charge.
Yes.
I've already put their faces out there for all of us to see. Viewers, they need to be brought to book. I want to go straight across now to Tehseen Poonawalla, sympathizer of the Congress party. Mr. Poonawalla, the irony is that your political party is accusing the BJP of being a 40% commission sarkar, right? When some of the heavyweights in your own party are facing corruption cases. Now, I don't know if they're motivated. If they are, then your charge is just as motivated. I don't want to get into this blame game, Tehseen Poonawalla. But am I wrong to say that your political party today was on the streets protesting some idiotic book that is going to come out on Mr. Siddaramaiah? Is that really the priority? That you're going to, through your protest, legitimize some yellow, jaundiced chronicling of another person? Should that be the priority, Mr. Poonawalla? Or should you be leading marches? And you are a person who has taken to citizen activism. Should you be leading marches through the streets today, demanding action? Tell me.
Good evening, Rahul. At the onset, I don't know what to say when you see these pictures, and since these pictures have come on our social media and on our news, and it's definitely not the fault of citizens of Bengaluru that they have to go through this, or anyone across the country. I mean, I have a family, and it's shudder to think, well, it could be any one of us underneath that flyover, and we are not responsible. It is the governments, whichever government, and I'm not here today to do politics. I don't want to do politics. This is about people's lives. You know, Rahul, time and again we've heard this, that we shouldn't do politics. Just let's go back. Gujarat, Morbi. Is the owner of the company arrested now? Is he still arrested? Times now fought. You fought. Not yet arrested. Kolkata, Prime Minister said, this is God punishing people. What happened? Now you have this in Bengaluru. And this 40% commission is not about Congress or JDS. I don't want to make this political. It is about, you had a caller from Belagavi. It is about Santosh Patil, a contractor who committed suicide, who said Ishwarappa asked him for 40% commission. The Mutts have said 30% commission is being charged. I said this yesterday on Times Now, daring the BJP spokesperson to sue me. That is the problem, that this commission, forget BJP, it's happening all across Karnataka. Karnataka has become an ATM. It's become an ATM for all political parties. Do you know to contest an MLA election from Bengaluru, Rahul, and I am saying this on TV, costs hundreds of crores of rupees, and no matter what any political party tells you, do not be misled. Karnataka is an ATM.
What are we going to do about it? Fundamentally, what are we going to do about it? Bhaskar Rao of the Aam Aadmi Party will now chime in, forgetting very much that his record of his political party in two states, Punjab and Delhi, is atrocious. So what are we going to hear from you, Mr. Rao, tonight? Let's hear your best pious homily.
In today's horrific incident,
The case that is going to be registered in Govindpura police station is only a 304A case, which is going to be a bailable case over there. They will walk out. We are horrified by this incident of a mother and a son being killed over there. But it has not come to light how many people have died during the construction of metro. All these migrants who have come from here, they have never been taken up. And all that they do is register a 304A case and close the matter over there. This arrogant government earlier was only a 40% government over there, making thieves out of bureaucrats. But today it has become a murder. They are creating murderers also out of it over there.
Well, there you go.
And
Bhaskar Rao, former Commissioner of Police, Bangalore, Vice President of the Karnataka Aam Admi Party, and the former Commissioner of Police, of course, Mr. Rao, you would tell me tonight that there has been never civic failure, apathy in Bengaluru. It's only happening under this so-called 40% commission sarkar, as you accuse them of. Is that what you're going to tell me?
see, I can only say that while I was in service, we have booked National Highway authorities for pothole deaths over there. We have booked executive engineers. But what happens is that the system ensures that they are never convicted. Because
let me ask you, Mr. Bhaskar Rao, very cleverly today, very cleverly Bhaskar Rao is saying that when he was police commissioner, he was booking a large number of people, but you see, it never comes to fruition. No one ever goes to jail.
That is because the government does not give sanction for prosecution.
Right. And what were you doing when you were in office?
The person
silent about all of this. You should have resigned and said, listen, on this issue of principle, this government is not giving sanction prosecution, therefore I'm quitting. Did you? Did any police not give?
I have quit after seeing the state of affairs over there.
I want you to tell me, sir, where have you said this in public, that previous governments did not give prosecution sanction? Show me.
They have not given.
Office.
Even today, so
when
many
you were
cases
wearing
are
the
pending.
uniform, did you say it?
And that too, it is only a 304A case they are booking over there.
Viewers, let me tell you, there are people who will become part of the solution, and there will be people who will be part of the problem.
That is why I'm a part of the solution today.
Really?
Yes, I am a part of the solution today.
Of
that
course.
is why
now
I
that you are political, now that you have a political badge and you see a career for yourself, you suddenly have a solution. So don't be an opportunist. That's what people will call people like you.
It is not a career. Don't personalize all these things. You have called me for a debate. Don't personalize these things over there.
You're not,
I am also not agitated about these things over there.
You're not in
we have
politics.
carried out a protest also.
Mr. Bhaskar Rao, you're not. No. Are you telling me tonight?
We have all here. No.
Mr. Rao, are you telling me tonight? Don't shout at me. I'm not shouting at you. I'm only asking you. Are you telling me that your position?
I've seen this disgusting state of affairs over there.
Right.
Now I'm charting out my own course over here.
Okay. Let's see, sir. Let's see. I've only asked you a very simple question. When you were in office, when you were wearing a uniform, why didn't you speak up then?
When I was wearing a uniform, I booked criminal cases against National
Why
Authority of
didn't you
India.
speak up about the cover-ups that you are today revealing?
Also over there.
Okay.
And when we went to get sanction for prosecution, we never got it over there.
So let me tell you.
And that too, when we got it over there, the case took such a long time over there, it never gets convicted over there.
Okay, so why didn't you come out then, is the question I'm asking. Is it now conducive for you?
See, that may be your perception, Mr. Rahul.
But you didn't.
That is not the way of looking at things over there.
Am I lying?
You
did. Did you or did you? Sir, perception, it's a fact. It's a fact. Did you speak up then? No, you didn't speak up then.
I spoke up at that time. I spoke up.
Show me one statement.
I went against authority over there.
Show me.
Show me
where you said
I booked a criminal case against Bangalore City Corporation.
1 second.
And I booked cases against when 7 people died in an accident in Kolar, I booked a criminal case against National Highway. When it happened in Belgaum, I booked a criminal case.
Mr. Rao.
But the government has to give sanction for prosecution for all this over there.
Mr. Rao, you are making tonight. Look, you were doing your job while booking these people. It's not a favor. You were doing your job. The point is, when the government decided not to listen to me, Mr. Rao, listen to me. If you allow me to finish, I can't speak over you. I don't like to speak over people. So just listen to me.
I did my job.
My simple question was, you did your job, registered cases, but you didn't follow up. And when you realized that there were cover-ups going on because the government of the day, whichever government of the day, was not giving prosecution sanction, you didn't speak up at that time when you were still in uniform, when you still had something to lose. That's all I'm saying. I can't hear you.
See, when I was the IG, I booked a criminal case against those people. When the case was about to be charge sheeted, I was not the IG there. I was not holding that position. So try to understand these positions also. I was additional DG Railways at that point of time.
Right.
So can I go to government and say that now give?
Right.
These are different positions. Please.
Anyhow, I don't want to target anybody. That's not where I intended to be. All I'm calling out today, viewers, is this big conspiracy of silence that we see amongst all political. Everyone has come out and said, oh, we are so sorry, this was wrong. No one has said, no one has quit their posts. No one. And they won't. Neither will the MP of this area, neither will the MLA, neither will the corporator, neither will the the Bengaluru Municipal Corporation chief, etc., etc. None of these people will, viewers. This will all blow over. Trust me. Trust me. It'll all blow over. Nothing will happen. This is the story of India. Tragedies take place, they blow over. One just hopes that some opportune moment presents itself when the cover-up is exposed. Like, for example, in the next story that I'm going to bring to you tonight. There's a thread here. The hashtag is India doesn't deserve better, viewers. India deserves better. That's the hashtag.